So welcome back, and today is the 2nd of March, and I thought that this would be a great opportunity to update you on the listing that we put in place a while back, and of which I've been sharing with you how I've been putting in place a strategy to become listed as first choice on Airbnb in my area and to dominate and just to do way above the average from all around me. And I want to just share some more around with you, right? So if we go to my calendar, you can see here right away that we are actually on the 2nd of March. And remember that I took occupation only yesterday, and I had my first guest yesterday. So I spent yesterday morning just making sure the linen was all in place, the boxes of how we store the linen, and everything was just smooth. I'm getting ready for the checkover. Remember, I only took occupation yesterday, but I already had all these bookings in place before I took occupation. And that's the beauty of Airbnb. I already had kind of money in the Airbnb bank before I had actually even taken occupation and started with that. And I just want to share with you what we've achieved, right? So as you can see, we've already had the first guest last night, and we've got I think it's a 71% occupation rate for the rest of March. And take into account that over 50%, probably close to 60% of bookings only come prior to, or 6 days prior to the actual event happening. So the fact that we've got this so booked out really shows that the strategy is working very well. And I'm going to show you more about that in just a little bit. But take a look here that, as you can see, we've got a real great array of bookings. And this is because, remember, our strategy is to get as many people in as possible so that we can get the reviews, because the reviews is gold. And that's what we're really wanting to generate out of this process. I have a few days open, which I will strategize to actually fill up and sort out so I can capture those reviews and actually turn that over. But just at this point, this is fantastic. So I'm very pleased with the outcome of this. We had a great stay yesterday. Processes are in place. All the automation is in place. Cleaners are being notified. Cleaners are getting there. I'm getting updated. All those things are actually working really well, and I'm very pleased around that. And let's just take a look at actually some of the performance stats around this, right? Because that will really give us a much better understanding of how this works. So I'm going to click here on performance, and the performance will really just show us how this listing is doing. So let's take a look here that the occupation rate is sharing here that we're at 66 occupation for this period of time, for this month, right? Month of March. But what's absolutely fascinating is you can actually see here that the average market listing for this period of time is only 14%. So we're totally dominating that area, which is really a fantastic opportunity, a fantastic thing, right? I mean, as you can see here, 66% occupation, and the market average at this space is only 14%. I mean, that just really goes to show you that, right? So let's take a look at the visibility. And this is really around how this listing is showing up and to see what others are looking at. Here we can see that there's 76 impressions, but the average market is only 21. So this means that I'm showing up more than 3 times more often than other places in people's searches. As you can see here, 76 daily first page impressions. So as I'm coming up on the first page, and of course the average here is still only 21. So that's really a good above average ratio. So again, the strategy is paying off. We're doing really well. Let's just go to the earnings. So remember that the strategy for us to build up here is we drop the price, shorten the amount of days that someone can take it, because we want people to book so that we can actually generate a high turnover of reviews. That's what this strategy is around. At the same time, we don't want to lose money. So let's just take a good look. I'm going to select here March 2020, which is the current month. Remember, this is the month that I took occupation. And as you can see here, there is 18,411 Rand, right? Now, this is already at the 21 days, the 61% or 66%. Now, I'm renting this apartment for 11,000 Rand. I have down here, as you can see, cleaning fees of 3,000 Rand. This is what I'll be paying out on all cleaning. And I would obviously have a little bit of electricity and water and stuff, but really not a lot, right? So at this moment, with 11,000 Rand plus the 3,000 for cleaning, 14,000, that means that I've got 4,000 Rand in profit already from this month. And these are at reduced fees because of the strategy that I'm using. So even though I'm using a strategy to dominate and to bring down the price to perform way above everyone else, I'm still generating profit. So in about 2 to 3 months time, when I've got those reviews, I've got that traction, I've got that track record, I'm just going to push up the fees. And of course, it's just going to keep generating more and more income. So here again, you can see this is a really excellent strategy to use, and it's the way in which we do it to create high income, high reviews, and high occupation rate. And I'm looking forward to seeing this again, probably middle of March and the end of March, when I can show you how we filled up those other spaces and actually increased this to really make it profitable.